I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the program. Welcome to Let's Go Live. You are live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. Good to see you. Welcome back to the world, man. We made it. It's a whole nother day. Brand new. Different than the one before. It's such a blessing. It's a special blessing. You hear me? And we get to do this each and every day. This is Let's Go Live, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast and everybody watching worldwide. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios. Yeah.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for tuning in. Shout out to the Peanut Gallery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shay Anderson, what up? What's good with you? And everybody else that made their way. Welcome to the show, man. It's something we do each and every day during the week. Just try to get you through. Drunken Fruit, what up? Just try to get you through, have a little fun, talk something, learn something. You know the motto, you know the routine. Busy news day. Actually, slow news day, but it's always no short of things to talk about. All right, let's get through housekeeping first. First, you can always, this show is 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. And that can be done by way of Cash App. If you got it, $ Lamont King 06. Very easy. Slide us a loose one. I'll shout you out the next day. If you got something on business or whatever you want to put on the platform, since a little more than a loose one. Nickel, loose nickel. Loose nickel, loose dime. And the next day I talk about your business. We support black-owned, black-operated, what they call Bobo businesses. Support your business. All right. Speaking of businesses, mine is can be located. All my content that we're creating outside of what we was formerly known as Tiny Closet Studios can be done, found in Patreon.com, and that's Mr. Lamont King. Patreon.com. A lot of stuff in there. We'd love to have you subscribe. Become a monthly subscriber. It's called a paywall. Never heard that term till recently. It's called a paywall. Put all my content behind a paywall. So I give you clips and all that stuff on online. But for full shows and bonus behind the scenes footage, jump on over to the Patreon. Thumbs up in the chat if you're watching YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Let me get some water. It's hot in here. And get some water. Yeah. All right. So there's that. I don't see the EP yet, but anyway, shout out to our EP executive producer, Mr. Clarkson, on the line. And if you got Skype and you want to jump in on the conversation at any given time, go on Skype and look for Let's Go Live, ! With, you'll see my face, little show, the show thing. You'll see it. And that's what we doing. All right, so real quick, let me jump into it. I was watching because I don't have like regular cable. We cut the cord. Oh, there we go, Mr. Clarkson. Welcome. Welcome. First time users, welcome to you as well. I was watching, I'm trying to get, I don't have cable. Cut the cord, got the Fire Stick. Not gonna say what we have on the Fire Stick. I don't endorse that, but I don't have any of the major networks. But somehow I've found a way to watch programs on these networks. We'll get to that. But I was watching, we were talking about P Valley the other day, but I found an interesting one last night that has me all the way open already, brand new. Lovecraft motherfucking Country. Man, oh man. I don't know. Maybe with the way these shows are now, it's kind of, I'm nervous because of the shows be going in these strange directions, and I get excited and this is a good show. Oh, this is deep. Oh, this is heavy. And then they take a left turn. I'm like, I can't watch this no more. So we still muscling our way through Greenleaf. Excellent writing. And although Greenleaf is funny, it's funny to me. I pay attention to the smallest things, right? It's a soap opera, basically a soap opera, but it's interesting. But Greenleaf is funny. That family, man, it's hilarious to me. Man, that's one of the most affectionate families ever. They do count. If you watch old episodes, I know the season is over, the series is over, but watch some old episodes and just count the number of times they greet and kiss each other. Hello and goodbye. And they live in the same goddamn house. It is so fascinating. That is the most affectionate. They kiss when they coming in the door. They kiss when they leaving. They kiss at work. They kiss at church. They work at the church, so they kiss it there. They kiss at the house. It's just, it's almost annoying if it wasn't so positive. But they stay up late arguing, and then they get up early in the morning, and everybody be at the breakfast table together. I'm like, in what world is a family doing that? Shout out to John Watson from All Fun and Games. But yeah, Greenleaf is I like it. Is anything black right now? That's where I'm at. Anything black. You can have all the flaws in the world, but if it's black, as far as cinema is concerned. So Lovecraft Country. I watched it. I said, all right, if it's black, let's check it out. I was seeing the trailer. I was like, I don't get it, but I seen it because, Watchmen really, really drew me in. So I was like, this kind of got a feel. And then I said, Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams. How? Wow. All right. So you're going to get your sci-fi, and then you're going to get your futuristic racism, which Lovecraft Country, the first episode, you got all of that. You got futuristic, past, sci-fi, supernatural. I ain't spoiler alert, but this is what it's about. And big budget. And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this. It's something special about sci-fi and racism that really, when you mix, when you mix those two themes, like supernatural forces battling racism, on the outward, and that, again, it's only episode 1, so who knows where the series is going to go. But when you get that, for me, I'm drawn in. Because I already like science fiction. I already like supernatural theory, and I wonder if it'd be one of those. But mix that with a little historical context, mix that with some, a diverse color scheme of actors, and I'm all the way in. So Lovecraft Country. I don't know nothing about it. I got to read up on it. I saw the first episode. I don't know where it came from, what the goal is, when did they do it, but so far, so good. And jump in if you got a opinion one way or another on that one. I just liked it. Lovecraft Country. I believe I don't have the network that it was on. I just have a way to get to shows that I want to watch. I don't know if that's as clear as I could. I think might be HBO. Was it HBO? I'm not even sure. Mr. Clarkson said, racism in the future where the white clothes of the Klan are made with lighter materials. I don't know, because them robes in in Watchmen was heavy as I don't know what. And I don't know if that was the future or like some parallel universe, but those robes were heavy. Although I've never actually held a clan robe, they just look heavy. As they always talk about sheets, but they aren't actually bed sheets. But yes, that's is that one of the Smouye kids? Yes, it's Jersey Journey, one of those. One of the Smouye kids from Eve's Bayou, all grown up, and it's a good show, man. And the lead actor, I can't. He got a face. I didn't do the research. I didn't do my Googles on where he came from, but he got the casting is perfect because he looked like it's set in like 1955. He looked like a 1955 old strong neck Medgar Evers in the face looking dude, right? And it's almost like if I was being superficial, you'd be like, wow, this role was made for him. What else has he been in? Because the way Hollywood is, they not casting his look type in a lot. But I'm glad to see it. Courtney B. Vance is in it. It's interesting. So only if I don't typically do this. I don't give tips on what you should watch because everybody has different appetites. Only if you like what Jordan Peele has brought to you thus far. And if you're a fan of J.J. Abrams, Lost, which I never got into, but I understand they had some supernatural aspects to it. Put them two dudes together, which they did, Lovecraft Country. So only if you like that feel of supernatural with sci-fi, with historical context, then you watch it. Other than that, okay, Watchmen. Coach Ken say Watchmen was parallel. Lovecraft is post-World War II era. Correct. He was actually, the lead character is actually a Korean War soldier, veteran. So yeah. Oh, that is him. That's who. Okay. From the Five Bloods, the son. Okay, he's a good actor. Cause I didn't like him in the Five Bloods. He's a good actor then. Got it. Okay. Good call. I was wondering, he had that Meggard face. He had like a Meggard face. And I was like, where I know this dude from? And I only saw Five Bloods once, so that's probably why it didn't stick in my head, because it didn't burn it didn't stay with me. So yeah. So Lovecraft Country is pretty good, pretty decent. All right, did you watch also the DNC last night? The start of the DNC. Man, 2020, all weirdo. 2020 is a whole weirdo. So the Democratic National Convention kicked off yesterday. I don't even know where it was supposed to be, because they kept the weird thing. The reason why I call it weird is because I think this thing that everybody has been doing is acknowledging that shit is different and celebrating the fact that we can still do things virtually, but at the same time faking like shit ain't virtual. It's a weird little dynamic that they're trying to put over on us. So I think it's Wisconsin, but they kept kicking it like, welcome back. The network I was watching happened to have a live set covering and doing commentary to these pre-recorded videos of speakers, which was super weird. So on the live set was George Stephanopoulos and a couple guests, Chris Christie and whatnot. And every time a speaker would go off from their pre-recorded statement or speech, they would come back and talk to it like a sports show, which is normal. But in a normal scenario, they both would be live. So it was kind of weird. It was almost like if you in the reaction videos on YouTube, it was almost like that. Like they were at the screen and then they'd come back. Man, what do you think about and I'm like, what? Just keep going. Shut up. It was for a virtual convention, for us to convene, it just was weird. It was almost like in the spring, those commencements. They were cool. You gotta have something, but it's still weird where it's like it just comes up. Hi. You know, things are pretty strange right now. But as you go on to college and you like, it's like, you can't even hear. At least, all right, the NBA has figured it the fuck out. Like the NBA added sneaker squeaks to their broadcasts. They added crowd noise for effect. And for some strange reason, I don't know what high priced psychologist they got on staff that said, you know what'll work? I don't know. But whoever did that, yes. But with this virtual convention, I feel like I was watching a training video because I started on YouTube. Now, I made that mistake. Didn't know. Started on YouTube, but what YouTube dumbasses was doing. So I don't know if you watched it last night. They had musical selections. It was a bad white church service. Every two talks and then a song. 2 talks and then a song. But on YouTube, they wouldn't play none of the songs. It's a live stream on YouTube. And the people, like the one girl, she was on the beach with the guitar, and she's like, and then the top of the screen is called due to copyright restrictions, YouTube cannot air the content of this. I'm like, how? Y'all can't suspend y'all rules for 20 seconds? Like for 2 minutes on this historic DNC? You can't just let us hear what is being played. It was the stupidest thing anyway. So anyway, I turned back on TV and found it live. But it was just weird. It was like a training video. Like I was at watching a workshop or a master class on failure. No, that was too much. It was like I was watching one of those courses that people be trying to sell you in your email. You're like, tonight I'm taking the last 10 entrants. You register tonight. I'll tell you how to walk away from your job in 12 weeks. Just take this class, bring 2 friends. That's how it was like a course. I don't know. It was super weird. Super weird. I guess the highlight, Milwaukee. Thanks, Rob. It was in Milwaukee. Mr. Clarkson said it felt real disconnected. It definitely did. It couldn't, there was no bang after this. Da-da-da-da-da. Back. We'll be right back. It wasn't none of that. It was just like, and that's why on November 3rd, you must go to the polls. Thank you. Hi, I'm State Senator. What? Wait a minute. Where's the crowd shots, the cutaways, and the anything? It was dry, bland, new normal, yeah. Abnormal, absolutely. So, and there's there's talks of who the special surprise guest gonna be for the rest of the week, and then there are always sidebar. There's already conversations and leaked information about who's going to be speaking at the Republican National Convention, and I guarantee you, theirs is going to be worse. I guarantee you. That's not a party opinion, party affiliation opinion. It's just there. I guarantee you, theirs is going to be harder to watch than the DNC. And it's true because all of these rallies are pep rallies, and there's no one to rally. That's a good point. The Republican National Convention this is leaked information, so I haven't been able to vet it. I can't verify it. Don't take it as fact. But they said that apparently, I don't believe none of this till I see it. But then at the same time, 2020. So it could be. But if you remember, somewhere down south, don't remember the state, where the protesters were blocked by police and kind of funneled through this private neighborhood. And then this couple came out of this big mansion house, baby McMansion, and was like, you better not come on the property, and was pointing loaded weapons at them. They're supposed to be speaking. I don't know how real that is, so don't get irate immediately. But that was what I saw on social media. Could be fake, could be the Russian bots and trolls. I also driving in on social media. I may have Mr. Clarkson verified. Oh, well, it's true. And then the young guy from Covington High, who was in the face. And you remember the Lincoln Memorial? He was in the face of the Native American dude, and they said he was making fun, and it went viral. But then he sued because he said the people on the side, the Black Lives Matter protesters and the Native American dude, picked on him first because he had a MAGA hat. Do y'all remember that story? Do your Googles, because he actually won that lawsuit. So the amount of gloating that's going to take place, I was going to say on that stage, in that course, in that video conference, when the Republican National Video Convention happens, is going to be disgusting. But Michelle Obama, highlight of the night. I saw like 2 seconds on Twitter today. Like she spoke for 15 minutes. I saw the most important 3 minutes, and she really was just scow. She really was letting off and emptied the clip right into the camera, for lack of a better phrase. And she ended with his catchphrase that he says often when he runs out of words and has nothing left to say. It is what it is. So she letting y'all know. I think the most moving, if you didn't catch it, if you, the dude from Covenant got paid $20 million by the Washington Post for defamation of character. And we be on the wrong side of these arguments sometimes. But anyway, moving forward. I think the most moving one, I don't know if you peep, this one lady, I caught the extended version of the Republicans for Trump segment, which I thought was very, very interesting. But the one that stood out was a lady that said her father was a diehard Trump fan, supporter in Arizona. So when Trump said Arizona, y'all should be good, and the governor opened Arizona, he said he went to a karaoke bar. He was in his 50s. Went to a karaoke bar. 2 weeks later, he was on a ventilator. 5 days later, he was dead. And you could tell she was furious. And I think if you're easily influenced, her story was like, damn, that's cold. Like, that's terrible. You know what I mean? She was like basically saying the president is completely accountable for the death of her father. And that's why she's voting for Biden Harris in November. So I thought that was pretty big. 65. Okay. He was 65. Thanks, J-Mac. Sometimes I'll be floating, numbers, but don't quote me. I'll fact check and do your Googles and correct me. And that's how I go. And I ain't got no problem with being corrected live, because it's Let's Go Live. All right. So there was that. Maybe I think it's on tonight. Not sure. I don't know if I'm watching 2 nights of that. I don't know if I can take it. If you on Zoom all day with your job, it's a hard watch. It is a hard watch. Maybe watch one of the networks when they, playing with it live and being like, let's go to the big screen and all of that. Election night coverage. Somebody told me they was watching BET and the whole panel was white. I'm like, how does that even work? They said the whole panel was white. It was one black person. What are y'all doing? Explain that to me. Because at this point, I don't understand. All right. Bill Clinton. Yeah, nobody wants to see Bill Clinton eternally, permanently, for me. And I've been off of him for years past. Completely, royally ended it at John Lewis's funeral. Completely, like these people, these getwits and so-called allies and all of that, specifically him and his wife. Like, nah, man, y'all time is over, man. Nobody want to hear from y'all. Keep it moving. Kick rocks, actually. All right, so let's hit it. Let's keep it moving. Robert said, where you from? Where you from? What kind of question is that? All right, speaking of your man, let's go to this real quick. I want to show y'all. There's some funny stuff that happened this week. All right, let's get off of the heavy stuff. There's some funny stuff. Did y'all see Melania and the Donald coming off the plane, and it looked like what appeared to be a little tit, a little spat. And I believe this is the second time we've seen this. I feel like it has. When she refuses to grab his hand, he's trying to show affection, play it up for the cameras. They don't like each other. Well, she definitely doesn't like him. But I feel like we've seen this before. This got 9 million views on this Instagram. But let's just watch. This is her disembarking. No mask, first of all. I know there's a lot of people on that plane. What is y'all doing? All right, let's watch this. Let's unpack it. Wait a minute, where you go? Wait a minute, I got replay. Hold up. Let's go back. Because he got the dumb look on his face. All right, look, here you go. Look. Hey, Melania, just grab my hand. We got a lunch date at what are you doing? We gotta meet Surgeon General. What's wrong, honey? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. Okay, hey, great. Good to see you. Nothing's wrong here. Good to see you. Salute. Hey, how's it? What are you doing? Let's watch it one more time. I don't like you. I don't like you, Donald. Do not touch my hand. Please. Don't. You disgust me. You are filthy. Please stop touching me. I don't like when you get near me. I don't like the way you smell like a big pile of goat cheese. All right. Ridiculous. That's funny. But you talk to somebody to support them and be like, nah, everybody go through that. Nah, man, come on. Stop playing. She can't stand cuz. Goofball. All right. Let's go to the next story. I saw this was interesting. Speaking of, I saw somebody mention Epstein. Speaking of Jeffrey Epstein, I think this is interesting. A new report was shared what his jet was really like. They say his jet turns out to be, there's a new report, Vanity Fair, his private jet, which has been grounded for 5 years at a storage facility in Florida, witnesses and reporters will say it was even creepier than we first imagined. I don't know what we first imagined because I didn't have an opinion, but they said the Lolita Express, which it has been called, newly public materials show that one of his accusers, Virginia Guffrey, named Heidi Klum as one of the many celebrities she saw aboard the plane. The plane has been in Georgia. I said Florida. Plane has been in Georgia for the last 5 years or so. And on Sunday, the New York Post reported an account of seeing the jet at the airport where it's based. An aviation consultant, James McCloskey, he told the tabloid that he toured it in March while working for a company that buys planes and plane parts for films. He said, when you get inside the aircraft, it's a playground. What in the kind of shit? Everything lays out to be a bed. Everything. What does that mean? The seats, the headrest, the bathroom, first class, second class, all class. Like what? Everything lays out to be a bed. How big is this jet? It's decorated from the 70s. It's all veloured out in bright red. This is they got the bang plane. This is the bang plane. Now, there were alleged accusations of statutory and otherwise kinds of rape. So I'm not joking about that on the plane. But then they had the sex traffic controllers going in that joint. What in the world? Man, in 2016, when asked by a lawyer where she allegedly had sex with Ghislaine Maxwell, Guffrey said, if we're going to talk about other countries, we got to talk about international travel space or plane space or whatever you want to call it. Is that even of, man, well, wait a minute. Oh, they might have been smarter than we think. Like, are there laws for, because at sea, you got maritime laws. What do you have up in the air? 35,000 feet. Like, whose jurisdiction is that? Are you bound by any? Oh, that might be we might have to do some research. We might have to do some Googles, man. They said that plane was dirty as I don't know what. Ugh. How you gonna have a whole freak plane? Bill said he ain't never been on it, but they about to release the call logs, flight logs. Ghislaine Maxwell right now. Oh, quick question, sidebar. When the last time you heard Ghislaine Maxwell's name in the news? I'll wait. I don't know, man. Is either somebody's working hard to keep her quiet before November, or somebody's trying to pick the right time to silence her permanently before November. But her trial is set for July 2021. I don't know what the over or under is January. What you taking? Over or the under? The line is January. What you taking? What's on that plane though? Would you like, if you had the money and you needed a plane at the discount, off the cheap? Is that one of them ones we got to take all this out. Can you paint in here? Like what what fabric is that? That has to go. That has to go. Man. Coach Ken said he's taking it under November 4th. She ain't making it to the 4th, man. Last Christmas. All right, that was a movie. All right, let's keep moving. Some other funny stuff I seen today. All right, so kind of serious, but the U.S. Postmaster General, who's in charge of the post office, apparently, announced today. Let's get you up to speed on this, because this is what we was talking about yesterday. I couldn't figure out. I tried to get a letter carrier on, but we ran out of time yesterday. But I could not understand what is the you gotta explain to me, because I'm not too smart. Bolting up the mailboxes, right? They talking about Trump trying to steal the election. All right, I get that, but there has to be some verbal explanation that you could tell me when I'm looking at the mailbox and y'all done bolted it shut. Like, what's the ration? Like, somebody from the post, what was y'all thing? I can't mail? Is that what's going on? Right? Like, I really can't mail and nobody's going to explain it. So anyway, today, this is what happened today. So he came out and announced, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy announced Tuesday that he was suspending controversial service changes to the U.S. Postal Service until after the November election. So if you were paying attention, they were removing sorters from, post offices or all over the country. They were legit removing mailboxes off the corner, talking about they're short staff and the president cut funding, so they don't have the capacity. And I'm like, I'm sure throughout history, there has been a time where they didn't have the capacity and they ain't take mailboxes out the neighborhood. Like, what was or bolt them shut so that you can't mail? Even when the Unabomber was on the loose, they didn't shut down the mailboxes so that you can't mail. He said he wanted to make sure that a fair election happens. So I guess. All right. Back to some wild shit. All right. So this I don't know if y'all saw this, man. This really got under my skin today. Because I can't understand. Can't understand. What am I doing wrong? What are we doing wrong here, people? Let's go live. Shout out to everybody that tunes in on a daily basis and don't tell nobody else. But your man in somewhere in Indonesia, an Indonesian YouTuber named Muhammad did it. Earlier this month, he posted a 2-hour clip. A 2-hour clip. He didn't even go live. He just posted a 2-hour clip of himself sitting on the couch and doing nothing but staring into the camera. And the video has since received nearly 1.5 million views. You do know people get paid off of these videos, right? 1.5 million views of him staring in the camera and doing that. Let's watch a little bit, because this shit crazy. Let's watch just a tad bit. Let's see how compelling this is. 2 hours and 20. Man, if you don't knock it the fuck off. Come on, man. Y'all let me down, man. I had high hopes for humanity, man. I didn't think we was going. Well, first of all, I ain't mad. This is live. Well, this is you watching this live, but I'm playing the video. This is what he's doing in the video for 2 hours and 20 minutes. How? First of all, the talent. How? He said he had planned to do it for 5 to 10 minutes, but he reportedly got into a groove. Let me keep reading. He got into character And he decided to roll with it and keep the camera going for 2 hours. He said his main concern during recording was his parents calling him, which he could only ignore for so long. Luckily, that never happened. All right, this is you watching. That's not a still photo. That's your man's. I'm gonna let y'all. You know what? Look at this. Somebody come look at this. 1.5 million views. That's all I want. That's all I be asking. Now listen, when y'all see me do this, don't get brand new. Don't act like you don't know what time it is. When y'all see me do this, the next time I get on, don't play like I am working too hard. Unbelievable. 2 hours and 20 minutes. They said they has sparked a whole slew of copycatters, some going as long as 8 hours. Now, what you're not going to see is me doing this for 8 hours. I'll pull a stunt. I'll try to go for the record, his record. I'll go for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to see me do this for 8 hours. Man, it's so mesmerizing. Now I can't stop looking at it. Now I would do it. Okay, J-Max said the watch party on deck. All right, I would do it. All right, let's create live on the spot. I would do it as like a fundraiser to raise money for some cause and have people donate while I'm staring. Oh, let's write that down. Mr. Clarkson, that might be the move. Raise money. Half of it go to Tiny Closet Studios, and then the other half goes to a charity of our choice. Might have to do it. You know how hard this is going to be? You know how much practice I got to do? Well, I got practice last night watching the DNC. I might be able to do it. I might be ready for it. This is still live, by the way. I'm like showing y'all. Oh, y'all can't even see me. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Y'all ain't see when I wrote it down. Yeah, I just wrote down the fundraising idea. Man, charity of your choice. A DITV scholarship fund. Yeah, that might could work. All right, let me get this off. I don't even like, what is that in the background? Is that like, is he in the forest? Is he real live in the forest? Anyway, there's that, man. It's wild times, man. I don't even know what to make. Oh, he blinked again. Wait a minute, let me get him off my screen before I get addicted. I'm like, what are you doing? 1.5 million? Are we starved for content? And like in that much of a weird headspace with that can get your attention. It's almost like a Calm, one of them apps. I might put him on to go to sleep. One of them apps on your phone is don't do anything for 30 seconds. And there's somebody talking real low in your ear. Like one of them ASMR joints. Man, down in the valley where the girls get naked. All right. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. What's good with y'all though, man? Jump on in, Mr. Clarkson. I see you started back at university. Started back in the classroom. How's your master class coming, man? How's your virtual? Jump on in, Skype on in. I'm gonna put the Skype up real quick if anybody want to jump in and talk on the show. Yeah. Come on in. Let's see here. But anyway, do a video of me binge watching Pimple Popper. People will only see your reaction without knowing what's on your screen. Okay, let's write that down because I would do that because I feel like I do that anyway. I binge watch Pimple Popper. Man, I seen one. It was like, you know, you get the regular ones. I don't know if y'all watch Pimple Popper on what was A&E or one of them TLC, one of them channels. I don't even know. With a doctor, she in Cali, and people be having hematomas, subdural carcinomas, and all these, all the way from pimples up to lesions and growths, and they come in there and get them, and she get with them and snag them up out of there. So a lot of times it be the basic joints, you know, the two thumbs together, and be like, whoa, what is this? We're gonna send this to the lab, and it come out the little hole, and she squeeze it, and it come out like toothpaste. But I seen one episode, man, when I swear Man, he had like a shoulder. It was like a little knot on the shoulder, and she hit that joint and with the scalpel, and the shit it shot out. Right? It was like gray though. It wasn't white. I was like, first of all, what's in your body that color? So she said, "Oh, I know exactly what this is. That means there's more in there." She get to squeezing around, and the joint it came out like it was like her shoulder was like the shoulder was giving birth, and it was this. You ever seen the inside of like a baseball? It's like gray string wrapped in a tight ball. That's how it was, and it was just jiggling. And she put it out, and she's like, "Look," I was like, "I'm watching." And I can't look away, man. TLC, her YouTube channel. I'm not going anywhere near her YouTube channel because I'll get on there and won't come off. But yeah, no, man, I don't know what it is about that type of stuff. It would make you look and you can't look away. Pimple Popper. We could do that. We could watch the so I watched that. Y'all watch me watching for an extended period of time. And we donate, had a little thing on the screen, little you can donate or whatever. And I do that for like 3-4 hours. We can do that. Hey, why not? It sounds good. Watch party on deck. Make it happen. So we're gonna figure that out. Basketball is popping, but that's on every day, 7 games a day. So I ain't even gonna give you no recap because they playing right now. I ain't got a dog in the fight, a horse in the race. So it ain't nothing. All right, you'll like this. This from the Los Angeles Times. California's first plague case in 5 years is confirmed in South Lake Tahoe. Plague. That's plague. You heard it right. You remember like when you were little and you were watching Scooby-Doo and the bubonic plague and all that? Yeah, it's back. So now you got to deal with that. And we know that's airborne. All right, here's something that's interesting. Shout out to all my drinkers out there. Wall Street Journal is posting an article that say men should consume no more than 1 alcoholic drink a day, according to a federal committee's recommendations for new U.S. dietary guidelines. Fake news. Okay, propaganda. Like this dietary guideline right now, I really can't compute all this medical advice at one time because I feel like y'all are bluffing it about everything. Y'all winging everything. I don't even want to read the rest of the story because I'm like, you probably just made it up. You know what I'm saying? You heard the stories of the Italians who, drink a glass of red wine every day with their meal and they live to be 117. Now all of a sudden, one drink a day max for men. I'm not even. Let's see here. I don't even want to hear it. All right, where'd it go? Is that Skype? Because the Skype ain't coming up. Call again. Whoever that is. I can't even answer. Where's that? I like the sound. All right, y'all stand by. Oh, here we go. All right. I got to find the screen. Or maybe I'll call him.
Screen.
Yo. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hold on, let me bring you on.
Yeah.
Share screen. I was listening to the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you was gigging. That actually might be the new some like think time music.
All right, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. EP, Mr. Clarkson. What's good with you?
Everybody.
So you had to go put a shirt on? Is that what it looked like? You just, you know what I mean? Just threw it on.
No, it's funny because I do look kind of
like I just threw this on.
Yeah. But no, I was up here laughing because I was looking what's going on my second screen. I was like, I'm trying to slide the screen over. It wasn't working. So I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and hit this joint up on the phone.
Yeah, I think tech is an issue for everybody.
Yo, I think what it is, I got that Zoom fatigue, man. I know our kids got that Zoom fatigue bad. We already on day 2. We got tears. We got cussing out, man. It's crazy out here in these streets.
Cussing out through the screen?
Oh, yeah. We getting some good old-fashioned cussing out. Not cussing out at the teachers, but cussing at the situation.
Oh, because they're comfortable, because they're at home.
Yeah.
They're like, shit, man.
We heard a lot of, if you don't, you better shut the F up and get your lesson. I'm like, God, dog, we ain't even 48 hours in the happy school year.
Oh, wow. Because the parents home too on their Zoom.
Oh, no, they okay. They can be home on their Zoom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Or not.
Or home.
Or just home.
Yeah, just home. Like it's been mad aggressive already. We've seen parents in the background where they decided it was 5 o'clock and 9 a.m. Which is, crucial. But we've also seen, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but a way of the world where a lot of our scholars are going to work with their parents at blue collar jobs because they know that in that area there's Wi-Fi. So like one of the scholars is straight up at Froyo with their mom, and they at the table and mom in the background, hooking up the soft serve. So it's crazy.
But that's not too bad though. That's not too bad of a horror story, I don't think.
Well, what it does say is it really kind of brings into the arrogance of this virtual world.
Yeah.
We think everybody got Wi-Fi.
Right. Right.
There's Wi-Fi at my job. I'm going to go ahead and catch these extra hours. I'm going to get off at 4 because that's what time you get out of school, and we're going to let it work from there. So it's been interesting already, bro.
Man.
Ain't even 48 hours in, man.
Do you think it's going to, improve?
Nah. There was over the summer, somebody should have wrote a better plan. Like we learned all the reasons why it failed. Well, didn't do well, I should say, between March through June.
Right.
And that, even now saying out loud, is dang, that really did happen. March through June, we was like faced like over the screen. Now you're telling me we're gonna rock this joint till January, maybe longer if this isn't rectified. So all the things that were wrong should have just got better, but that ain't really what happened. So.
What's the alternative? Is there one?
No.
Damn.
I mean, straight up. There's no, because the alternative
is coming to school.
Straight up is to come to school.
Yeah.
Like at one time, I told you the plan was ABA day, where half the kids come one day, half the kids come another day. But the teacher's gonna come every day. I've already said going to school ain't gonna work because the day that somebody and I'm laughing because this is my sense of humor sometimes. The day that one teacher get tested positive for COVID, and the substitute walk in, where Mr. Such and Such? Oh man, he got COVID. Now the substitute got to make a business decision. You gonna stay?
Yeah.
You gonna leave? Then you got to figure out who gave it to him or her. Now it's wild. Not gonna be able to do it.
What about on good weather days, outside class?
Nah, because how you gonna manage the little ones? See, my biggest fear is the kindergarten, like the K through second. Little Johnny come home, he leave with the Paw Patrol joint.
Yeah.
With the Batman joint. Why'd you switch your mask up?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trading with my best friend.
Dirty face.
Yeah. So now what you gonna do? You gonna quarantine the 6-year-old? Where they gonna go?
He said it will not get better. There's no alternative.
Nah.
Man, just
the only way for it to get better is that we would have to totally restructure how we grade kids, lock down browsers on how kids get tests. Because, I'm gonna be real with you, ain't no real test this entire year. Hey, don't cheat. You right.
Yeah, right.
Unless everybody gonna write essays, but then how you gonna do math?
You can do math. So all right. So math is everybody got a phone, right?
Give me an equation right now. I'm gonna prove to you how math is dead.
No, I would text you. You had to text me the answer back.
Oh, that's cool. Because all I'm gonna do is go to this website called Answers It.
Okay.
You type in the equation and it shows you the work. Hey, man, yeah, we got to get back in this school, bro.
So why is math dead? Tell me why math is dead. How does it?
Math is dead. Math is dead in this world because it's a skill that you have to practice and prove in front of the instructor. Like you can't say the answer is 5 because what's the next answer that's gonna come? What's the next question or that's gonna come out of my mouth as a teacher? Show me your work,
Okay.
right? I'm telling you, there's websites that are available where you can type in any equation and the computer and Google's like, yeah, got that one. Try harder next time, and shows you the work.
Mm.
So if all I got to do is just boom, 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 copy what the Google say, and then take a picture of it and send it to you, you're like, oh man, Clarkson really knows his math. You're right.
Well, it has to be a dynamic curriculum. You have to.
I'm laughing because somebody already challenged one. They said, answer this X. Yeah, I'm about to put this right now in this app, and y'all gonna be like, for real?
Oh yeah, let's see that happen live. Because I was gonna say, all you need is a dynamic curriculum. It'd be like, if Johnny has an eighth and he bought his eighth, he traded, he had 3 dimes, an eighth, and 1 vial of crystal meth. Like how much time is he getting if he get pulled over? That's math. You know what I'm saying? That's dynamic math. That's that dynamic math.
That's math.
Yeah.
How much baking soda do you? Never mind.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And what temperature do you perfectly cool the powder? So, by the way, the answer to the equation is x equals plus or minus 2i. You subtract 4 on both sides, then take the square root of both sides, and that's how you get the answer.
This right here from Nola. That equation right there. You just gave the answer based on
like literally that's literally what it just popped up. Like it's funny because I'm gonna put this in the room, and all I did was how do you solve this equation? It's scary, bro.
Wow.
It got scary quick.
What is so? It depending on what grade or what age your child is, I still believe they got chances, right? At a certain 5th, 6th, 7th grade, because some of our greatest historians, people in history, if you read their biography and their story, they'll be like, he left school in the 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? And this is a billionaire. So it could happen.
Right.
His mom and dad broke up and he went from house to house and he left school in the 6th grade. Like, you're like, man, how did he do it? This is that time in history. We're going to get a lot of 6th grade seniors.
So are you telling me that we're just about to have a whole bunch of Steve Jobs?
Yeah. Where school just stopped. It stopped for them at this time in their life.
I'm gonna tell you this much, man. The one thing that it has done, you made the joke, last about to say last show, is the whole issue. That's actually market that last class. We didn't market that. Is that the blue collar industry is going to be peculiar, like mechanics.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Back
to the trades.
Yeah, like trades in general. But you kind of find out these things inside the brick and mortar classroom. Like maybe you need to rock to that trade a little bit sooner. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting, bro.
I appreciate you jumping on.
No doubt.
Happy. Oh, I had the applause ready for you. Talk to you next time.
Not time.
Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer. Live on Skype. Via Skype. Joining the show via Skype. All right, folks, we have reached that time in the show, man, where we like to leave on a lesson and hear a word from an elder in a segment we like to call Hi, Dad.
Happy everyday, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflections. Teaching in today's environment. As a retired educator, I cannot envision what current teachers and administrators are going through at this time. I only hope that their decisions are based on actual medical facts and not political nonsense. I feel that kids going back to school right now is dangerous for the teachers and the administrators as well. We are in a pandemic, folks. What I worry about is the children not wearing their masks, taking off the mask, and having no idea what social distancing means. My past experiences in education as a teacher and administrator has me very worried for my daughter and my son as they both work with children. I had a saying to describe the behavior of my students when they would go off in negative directions. I used to tell them, "You don't believe water is wet." Today, some of them will not follow the protocols that are set in place, and who knows what will be the result. Be careful out there. There are too many questions that we don't have any answers for them right now. Peace and blessings to all. Alpha Papa.
All right. And there it is, a word from the elder. And that about does it for this show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all, man. Be safe, Roland. Thanks for standing by. We'll try to get to you next time. But everybody else, we'll see you, Lord willing, tomorrow.
Man, I'm just working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.